for another Bolt Bros Thunder Hub. Let's get it, boys. All right. So it's been a busy week. We all came from a devastating playoff loss again, and but the seas have parted the ways. The tables have turned, and there has been once again some good news in the Chargers community. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the Mike McDaniel hire a little bit. Let's talk about the unfortunate news of Jesse Minter leaving. And let's talk about a couple of the other candidates out there that we might be able to get involved in the defensive coordinator game for the Chargers. But I want to hear your thoughts. That's why I do this thing. So let's just jump into it, guys. Let's talk a little bit more about Chargers football, and let's have a little bit of a fun show, shall we? So as always, guys, Bolt Bros, let's go.
What's up, Herbert here, man? You watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Shout out blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Bolt Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic Supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bolts in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
All right, guys, that's right. It is that time again. We getting charged up. We're gonna from the podcast to the field. You know how it is. Hey, if you're new to the channel, it's me. This is a channel that me and my brothers decided to do about 4 years ago, and we are all third generation Chargers fans. Our grandpa had season tickets, and it's been something that we've just done as a family for like years and years, just always talking Chargers football. And so that's kind of why we decided to do this channel, and it's been an absolute blast. And guys, guess what? If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, because tonight, over the night, at least, we may end up having over 9,000 followers. And that's a very special number in my book right now, because there's a lot of memes in my head right now that I can start doing right there. At least there's one right away that I can start using because of that. But hey, we're having a good time here. So, and there you go. We just got another one, man. So pretty soon. And guys, I was actually talking about that with my ladies. Like, we need to plan something special, I think, for sure, when we hit that 10,000 mark, for sure. I guarantee, I think, if we hit 10,000, we're 100% going to give away maybe some Chargers tickets, maybe a jersey, maybe both. I don't know. We're just deciding what we want to do with that one, So we'll do definitely a big giveaway for that one. So just keep that one in mind. Share with your friends. Get as many people as possible to like the content. But yeah, anyways. So let's get into the show. Let's talk a little bit about some stuff here. But first, I actually do want to say what's up to y'all. Hey, how you guys doing? Larry's up in the house.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk.
Oh yeah, what's up?
On that
Got a
thing.
box of bolts in here. We got Bolt Bros James up in the house, just chilling in the chat. What's up, my brother? How you doing, Roland? Hey man, how you guys doing? We got El Chorchis, Miguel himself, Pappy up in the chat. Hey man, what's good, guys? What is good? Hope you guys are having a good night, man. Box, of course, man. We need that. Yes, sir. We definitely need that Super Bowl. Oh man, 4 years old. Yeah. In fact, just last week was our 4-year anniversary, man. It was wild. We saw that. Jim Harbaugh's up in the house. His burner's in the house. Let's go. Hey, yo, Beezy, what's up? What's up? Okay. Like I said, though, guys. So we got Mike McDaniel up in the house now, guys. He is cooking and starting to cook up some plays with Justin Herbs now, So that's gonna be pretty awesome, look, I've already dubbed him in my book as Mr. Speed, Mike McDaniel, because think about all the stuff that he did there in Miami. He was out there, picked up literally Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest receivers out there. Jaden Waddle, very fast as well. I don't even know. I think literally who they drafted every single time, every year was literally, just fast receivers and stuff like that, So I'm just I think this is pretty good. I think we have a good opportunity here. And so right away, that kind of tells me too that we may just right off the top the gate, we may still see Darius Davis in the mix a little bit more. And we might actually see KLS a little bit more in the mix as well, because they're both currently the fastest receivers that we got on the roster right now. So, however, that does tell me a little bit that we might not see Keenan Allen again, just because, yes, he's not necessarily a fast receiver, but he's a very good route runner, and he always gets open, and he had an amazing year. So, I know, obviously, he does want to play for the Chargers again, so that could be a huge thing. So, hang on a sec here. Yeah. But let's get into the Thunder Hub a little bit more. So, obviously, we do got to talk a little bit more about McDaniels and stuff like that, So I got some other thoughts, but I'm excited for the show tonight, guys. Thunder Hub here. Let's get it. So, look, it's interesting to me that, that he actually turned down how many roles. He had obviously head coaching opportunities elsewhere, with the Ravens, of course, obviously with the Browns, with the Raiders, and what other places? So Bills now is a possibility. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm still a little leery that he may end up go on and do some Josh McDaniels BS and just to be like, you know what? I'm actually going to take the head coaching job at the Buffalo instead. All of a sudden, that could absolutely happen. Hey, ain't nothing is permanent until they sign that deal. So we'll see. Hey, but like I said though, too, it's like from what I'm seeing though from McDaniels though is that he really wants to turn Justin Herbert into a lights out quarterback. He wants to help him. He wants to scheme up some stuff like that, and he's really intrigued by what the Chargers want to do and stuff like that, But what I'm going to say though too is look, I feel like Josh McDaniel is very innovative though. And like I said, I'm going to call him Mr. Speed. He is a speed-based offensive, and he's planning to supercharge the Bolts by far. Look, and he turned over the time that he was there in Miami, he did turn the Dolphins into a top 10, units and yards and points multiple times. So he emphasizes a lot on pre-snap motions, play action plays, and getting the ball to playmakers fast. Speed is everything to him. So that's kind of why I'm saying he's Mr. Speed to me. Obviously, look, we've got to pair that with Justin Herbert's arm and this run game that we have now with Hampton, Vidal, and Patterson, even you could say, and even freaking Justin Herbert. He's got his legs. He was really running back 3 on our team right now by yards. Look, I think he can actually cook really well with this team, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I hope you guys are too. There's some risk, though, but like obviously because look, at the end of the day, this could be a one and done thing. Maybe he just wants to kind of come back and reset himself and kind of just get himself a little bit more. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, But I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to dig into your guys' comments for a little bit here and find out what you guys are saying about it. So, let's see. What do you guys got? What are you guys cooking up in the comments there? You say, I know y'all been chatting with each other for a little bit here. Coochie. Yeah. Burritos for the off season and Wiggins for the regular seasons. Oh yeah, man, dude. I've been hangry for a burrito. That's what I'm for real, dude. I wonder what that AI play on the board works. Hey, it might. I don't know, man. Yeah, Juan. So that is a very intriguing prospect, and I've kind of brought that up to my brothers a little bit too. And I've been thinking, I was like, why is Mike Tomlin not in the conversation? I know. So the big thing with him coming to the Chargers actually is because apparently he just resigned. He didn't get let go. His contract is still potentially valid there at Pittsburgh. And so we may have to give something to Pittsburgh to pick up Mike Tomlin. And so that's kind of why I'm like, well, but I do admit that would be my absolute dream team right now. We got Mike McDaniel as offensive coordinator, Jim Harbaugh as head coach, Mike Tomlin a defensive coordinator. Whew. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. I would want that like in a heartbeat. Absolutely. That would. Oh, hey, wait, where's this? That would get me straight up. Yes, sir. That would bolt me up real fast. Yes, sir. Yeah. No place for him. See, that's true though, right? So, let's see. We are absolutely positively sure is gonna be signed, like not like the Ravens OC. Yeah. Honestly, though, Roland, look, I'm 100% with you there. I am not 100% sure it's a done deal. Look, there's probably obviously some crossing the T's, dotting the I's stuff, some little things here and there that they got to do. But look, until that thing is signed, it ain't real just yet. You know, like, I mean, it's all signs are pointing towards that it is going to happen, but until it happens, it has not happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That's it. That's it, man. So I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm not like, you know, expecting it to be already there or whatever like that, you know, but it is what it is. Like, so but it's really, really close. So yeah. Let's see. Exactly, Carlos. That's what I'm saying too. I want it official, pen to paper, man. So let's get that ink. Let's get that ink, man. What's up, everybody? You think we're gonna lose to Jesse Minter? Well, it's possible. It's very possible. When we play against them and at home. No, away. I mean, yeah. He's taking a break. Yeah, it's possible. You know, I think he might be taking a break too. He might pull in a Bill Cowher type move, you know. And so that's one thought too, is like, so the Steelers may end up hiring from within. So that's a big, you know, that's very obviously, you know, SOP for the Steelers over the last, like, you know, 40 years or something like that, you know, crazy, because they had Bill Cowher and then they had Tomlin and, you know, all that stuff. So, hey, that'd be what's up. Let's see. McDaniel's okay. If McDaniel was being over Frank Smith and the O-line, we're going to have a solid defensive staff. Hey, that'd be awesome. That'd be really good. Yeah, I mean, look, so James brings up a good point though too. Is like, I mean, I think we talked about it. He probably talked about it before, but yeah, currently the Herbert got sacked like 66 times, and then Tua Tagovailoa got sacked like 38 times this past year. So we need whatever help we need for the offensive line. We need that, you know, now. You know, we need that yesterday for sure. And I mean, obviously we need to pick up a bunch of players for the offensive line, but Mike McDaniel can do a whole bunch of stuff to ensure that we actually have an offensive line as well. So yeah. Let's see. Why would anyone go to the Bills? They've drafted sucks for a while, and you're stuck with at least 3 years, even if you get to save. Well, I guess that's true. That is true. And also, you got to go to Buffalo. But you're gonna get a nice, shiny new stadium. You know, nice. You know, you're gonna have that shiny new stadium smell. You know, no beer, no tears, all that kind of stuff. You know, yet smell. You know, so you'll get it out of there. You know. So, anyways. Well, I'm going to move on, though. I mean, you guys are very chatty, though. Sorry to say. You know, there's a lot of conversation about Mike McDaniels, but I do got a lot of show to get through. So, but I'll get to some more of those comments a little bit later though. So, yeah. What's up, Jay? Say, my man. How you doing? Skeptic Sinister. We cannot watch another season of Herbo running for his life. Absolutely. Like, you know, priority number one after coaches is happening, though, is that Bozeman is gone. Becton is gone. And we got to figure out that interior offensive line. Done. That's it. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So now I did want to talk a little bit about Jesse Minter here. Look, you know, honestly, it's a sad day for the Chargers fans because, man, I would have loved for Jesse Minter to stay while we still had Mike McDaniel as head coach or offensive line or coach. And freaking him as defensive coach and Harbaugh's head coach. That would just be Oh, that would have been really nice just to keep that really just one more year, Minter. Just give us one more year. But hey, you know what? Bigger and better things. He deserves it. My hat's off to him. Appreciate all the time and the love that you've given us over the years, Minter. You have been literally the shining freaking star of our coaching staff for the last couple of years. Of course, next to Harbaugh freaking changing the whole culture and stuff like that, So I appreciate you and I wish you all the best, except for when we play against you in Baltimore. So that day you can suck. Every other day you'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine with me. So, but look, at the end of the day, it was inevitable that he was going to go. Like we were all worried that he was going to go last year, at the end of last season, So, but this is it. This is it, man. So Larry's saying, I don't wish him well. Come on now, Larry. But man, look, he's going to be there for a long term. Signed a 5-year deal. He turned down other interviews, just like freaking McDaniel did. Not going to the Browns, not going to the Raiders. I mean, look, let's face it. I think Baltimore is probably one of the best opportunities for any team right there. So. I mean, that's even like a long-term kind of deal. If he does well in those 5 years, he'll get another 5 years and, and beyond, So look, at the end of the day, man, the Chargers were like elite number 1 in points allowed 2024. So, and then 2025, we were elite, top 5 for giving up in yards and stuff like that, not allowing that many yards and stuff. So it's crazy. But just think about that, obviously, as a defensive coordinator, he's turned our atrocious defense from the bottom 5 to the top 5 2 years in a row. Under Booty Stank, we were literally, who was apparently a defensive guru, was his defensive scheme was literally bottom 5 every single year he was head coach. But we instantly became top 5 every year with Minter. So 100% Jesse Minter was going to get a head coaching job somewhere fast, So, I mean, he's only 42 years old. Oh, my gosh. It's crazy to me. So he's going to do well wherever he goes. And I think Ravens is a perfect landing spot for him. It sucks that he had to let us go, but it is what it is. So, anyhow, hey. But you know what? It's bittersweet, like I said. But hey, I'm proud of him. But now we got massive shoes to fill, though. It's like I just want to say this though. What pisses me off the most about this though is that at the end of the day, can we just not have nice things all the time as a Chargers fan? I mean, look, I would have loved to have kept Jesse Minter, who puts together top 5 defenses, and then we have freaking McDaniel now, who puts together at least top 10 offenses. But now we're gonna have to find another defensive mind that can get us another at least top 10 defensive freaking scheme. So that just pisses me off about it. If we have one thing that's good and in perfect condition, we can't have another thing in perfect condition. If we're good over here, we can't be good over here. And then that's just it's just maddening. That's just my thoughts that I have. Anyhow, so what are you guys' thoughts about Jesse Minter here? So I know Larry saying he does not wish him well. He wishes him all the horrible horribleness there. Hey, what's up, Type Raw? How you doing? Is this guy Eric Weddle? I am the leading man in every Eric Weddle lookalike contest. Just you're saying. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, because by the way, like I said, we're really close to that 9,000 mark, and man, I am freaking I'm just like excited. I'm excited for it, because just so you know, we're definitely gonna do something special when we hit 10,000. Whenever that happens, that's gonna be freaking awesome. We'll do something cool with it. Like I said, we'll do some kind of giveaway for it. I don't know, but it'll be exciting. So Yeah, so please like and subscribe to the video because it really does help us out for that video, really, really well here. So, let's see, but appreciate it, man. Welcome to the chat. Have a good one. Hope you have some fun with us tonight. So, let's see. Gerardo says his top option already got filled, which is the Ravens. Yeah, you're right. You're right for McDaniel. I doubt the Raiders want him. I heard they wanted him for his OC. Yeah, why would you go to OC for the Raiders, of all teams? That's terrible. Well, why would you go to, like, the only reason why I would want to go to the Raiders would be to totally show up, sign a contract, be super hyped about it, whatever, and then intentionally sandbag every single year so I get fired. So I only work 1 year, get paid for 5. So, because they're already paying like their 5 previous coaches, all that stuff, I'd be all about it, That's literally, I might say, at the end of the day, Pete Carroll might be one of my favorite coaches for the Raiders. Maybe even Antonio Pierce too. Like just show up, do a couple of terrible years or whatever like that, and then you're out and you're still getting paid. You're fleecing the Raiders of their money. I'm down for that. Anyone that does that. Let's see. Trade possibilities of getting the Dolphins center is solid. Ooh, good point there. Good point there. I don't mind that at all. That'd be fan-freaking-tastic. Those picks at the golf course made anticipation of him made my day. Heck yeah. Hey, did you see? By the way, did you guys see the picture of McDaniel's in the Gucci fit at Disneyland, like on a carousel? Like I think he was eating like a like some ice cream too. Like, man, he's living his best life after getting let go by the Dolphins. We cannot watch it. Yeah, we already that said that one. Yep, for sure. Jay say I meant if I don't hear news on the way to my appointment that McDaniel was hired, I better hear it on the same way home. Yeah, 100%. What's up, Hugo? How you doing, my man? Good to see you, my guy. Here we go. We got a bold prediction here. Let's go. McDaniel is in the process of picking up his wife and kids. If true, maybe he signs over the weekend when school is out. By Monday, they take pictures. Hey, it's very possible. They're probably already making arrangements to move and find a new place, all that stuff, So yeah. Roland, what's up? Okay, you're talking about with Clink Scale. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit here, for sure. But you're right, Hugo. Nothing is confirmed yet. We're off keeping our fingers crossed. It's like I said, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for that. So yeah. Harbaugh did take a little bit to sign. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't immediate and stuff like that. So yeah. But yes, Larry, that is 100%. Just because you're a good defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator does not mean you're a good head coach. It does. So look, and that's what the lessons that we learned from Booty Stank, Anthony Lynn, and freaking. Who knows how many other coaches is like just because a coach is a good DC or OC or running back coordinator or whatever other passing game coordinator or whatever coordinator, does not mean that they are good head coaches. That is a whole different skill set that people need to do. I hope though that Jesse Minter, or maybe I hope that Jesse Minter has not learned a thing or two from Jim Harbaugh about how to be a head coach. What does it take to be a head coach? Don't call your own plays. Don't do all that stuff. Delegate. Focus on what you need to focus on as a head coach, but don't be calling plays. Don't be wearing many hats. You have one more hat. That's it. You got to focus on that hat. Speaking of other hats, maybe I should still be doing this. Not yet. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Gerardo. Yeah, we lost the top 5 coordinator and gained another top 5 coordinator. Yeah, exactly. But one on defense and now gained on offense. So it was like, man. So yeah, we wasted our top 5 defense with Greg Rowan. Yeah, exactly. Jay say. Yeah, it's freaking shameful, right? Ugh. Yeah. It's like we had such a good years out of our defense. If we just had a better, more innovative freaking offensive coordinator, we could have had something. We could have been great. Yeah. Ooh, Interesting thought here, Larry. Ron Rivera, bring Ron Rivera back as defensive coordinator. Yeah, I know him. Hey, that'd be freaking amazing. He was a great defensive coordinator with us, like under, the Merriman years and freaking hell yeah, that'd be amazing. Casey. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about that too. We'll talk about that too. Yeah, that's right. I'm the Timu Weddle. Yeah, I am definitely not as strong as him. Oh, hang on a second. Looks like we just got a super chat here. Hang on, let's get to that real quick. Yo, Votares, how you doing, my man? Bring back Roman as for DC, so he can hold offenses with 3 points. Hey, yo, that's actually pretty hilarious. I mean, clearly he does not understand offense very well, So, I mean, that's a big thing right there. 100%, man. Like if he can only hold, actually run an offense to get 3 points, maybe he can hold a. He understands the offense well enough that he can defend against it, and he can actually sit there and prevent the other team from getting more than 3 points. I like that idea a lot. That's actually hilarious. But no, the hell with Roman. Yeah, I'd rather see him flipping burgers. Yeah, Ron Rivera was number 1 in all. Yeah, he was though. It was top defense that year, right? Yeah, that's amazing. Let's see, Chris, what's up? I know everyone is excited about this hiring, but I'm weary. Why couldn't he succeed in Miami? He had the talent. Yeah, well, that's true. That is true. But what I'll say is that look, like I said, sometimes a coordinator is just not that good of a head coach. Sometimes they just can't put it together as a head coach. So what do? They gotta maybe just take a step back and realize it's like, hang on a sec, I need to learn a little bit more about how to be a head coach and stuff. So yeah. All right. So let's get into some conversations real quick. I'm gonna come to rapid fire through a bunch of these guys. Some of y'all have already kind of tipped the hat about a few things about what we some possible pickups that we can do here. But actually, before I want to just do a quick word from our sponsor here, who's been actually amazing for us with all this stuff. So since James is in the chat here, I'm gonna bring him onto the show for just a second here, and then we'll get into some high voltage pocket pool together. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, guys.
Have you heard about the Sleeper app? Well, let me tell you all about it. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on games in real life with other users. Get the fastest scores, blazing fast news, and alerts right at your fingertips. Play in fantasy leagues and win real money on pick contests so you can enjoy sports the way they were meant to be together. Download the #1 sports app today. Plus, you get a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use code BoltBros.
All right. Yeah, look at that, man. Hey, man, James, thank you so much for joining me in this show today. I really appreciate you. But also, look, if you haven't already, man, Sleeper is still one of the best apps out there for all your sports, fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy basketball. It's fan-freaking-tastic. And also, they got some amazing picks that you can do for basketball right now. Obviously we know that Chargers football is over, but that doesn't mean that your degeneracy needs to be over. So you can start betting on baseball too. You'll start betting on hockey, whatever you like. It's all good, So fact is, we all love sports here on the Bolt Bros channel, but we happen to just be talking about the Chargers most primarily. But we'll get into some stuff about baseball, Padres, Dodgers, Angels, whatever you want. So, but it's fun. If you haven't already signed up with the code Bolt Bros and get $100 $100 match for your first deposit up to that much. So it's pretty awesome. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sleeper, for being our sponsor. So real quick question here from El Chorchis before I get into my next segment here. But what are the major differences in head coaching and the offensive coordinator? Why did he fail as a head coach, but is considered a good offensive coordinator? Shouldn't the head coach be good at everything? Well, here's the thing. The way I see, this is a great question though, El Chorchis. Thank you for bringing that one up here. So the way I see it is that a head coach needs to kind of be an overall person. Yeah, they need to be kind of more jack of all trades type of thing, but if you're an offensive coordinator, and if that's your, whether your mind thinks, whatever, how do you understand? You maybe not understand the defense well enough, and you're not looking, you're maybe have a little bit too much of a bias towards one side or the other. If you're coming just from DC or OC, so maybe you have a little bit of a bias and stuff like that, so, and obviously a head coach, I don't believe a head coach should be doing any play calling 100%. Not at all. Like, they should literally be delegating their responsibilities of play calling to the OC and the DC, and, delegating what is there. The head coach is the primary motivator for all the players, though. They should be there to take on the responsibilities of disciplining the team to do their jobs correctly, or else get benched, or else have penalties, or else have other stuff like that, and at the end of the day, it's very possible that maybe Mike McDaniel was just too young. He was trying to vibe too much with the players who just came out of college, who just got a whole bunch of money, who just, basically, made it big. Maybe he was trying to vibe too much with them, and that's kind of the part of the issues, I feel like. So that's kind of my thoughts on head coach and stuff, like what the difference is there. So, yeah. Yeah. So hope that answers. And that's kind of where my thoughts are on it. But, here we go. Hang on a sec. All right. So yeah, like I said, so let's go into some rapid fire picks and stuff like that. We got some questions out there. Welsh Reavers is just as segueing me into my next segment here for sure. So here's the first the top pick in first. I wouldn't say top pick right now. Sorry, I wouldn't say that. First choice, maybe, like easy pick, easy choice right now. This is Steve Clinkscale. He's currently the Chargers defensive back coach. He's an internal guy who's been key to the secondary success the last 2 years. Harbaugh and Ortiz have name dropped him several different times, saying that he's like basically a rising star. He's basically worked really good. Like, a lot of defensive backs in our team speak very highly of him. So he could actually be like maybe that secret sauce that Jesse Minter had itself too, though, because our defensive backs were a really top pick right now. They were likely destroying things right now. They were thriving under this guy. And so it's very possible that he could be our next defensive coordinator. Very possible. I see some people are agreeing with us in the chat here. Let's see that. Hang on a second. I saw Hugo. Where did it go? Yeah. Hugo thinks that he is likely our next defensive coordinator, and I agree. Like, if we are going to pick internally, this is the guy. It's gotta be, because he's definitely the one that has like the kind of track record. This would also add continuity to what we currently are doing with Jesse Minter, and that would actually allow us to have a little bit more of the opportunities that we once had. So I hope so. Channel's currently at 8,999 subs. Let's get it, go boys. Let's keep that thing rolling. Actually, I thought it was less than that actually for a second. Oh yeah, it is. It's almost there, man. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy when we go get that to that freaking 9,000. But man, see, if they spend all 5 picks on offensive line, I would not complain. Hey, it's very possible, right? So, Clicksdale follows Minter. Chris B, that you bring up a really good point too. That is very possible. If Clicksdale does not get at least the interview, or at least a opportunity to become defensive coordinator. 100%, he could go to Baltimore. I don't see that. I don't. I don't see that. Yeah, that would be a huge thing right there. Yep. Larry's saying nope to this guy. All right. Not a problem. Yeah. But okay, so let me just, like I said, rapid firing through these ones. Yeah. Okay. So second guy in, another internal choice here is not a bad one as well as Mike Elston. He's our Chargers defensive line coach. Obviously, like I said, he squeezed production out of the offensive line. Think of remember Poona Ford's breakout, T.R. Tart's freaking light up. Everyone was saying, oh, we shouldn't have let Poona Ford go, man. Hey, T.R. Tart stepped up in a huge way. And he had basically a career year as well, so also, this guy also has ties with Harbaugh in Michigan as well. And he could easily step up as well without disrupting too much as well. So again, continuity pick, keeping things the way they are, keeping things similar with a whole bunch of people. Defensive line loves them. This all works. This all works as well. This is very much a possibility that we actually do with this defensive coordinator for sure. So, hey, I like this pick as well. Bringing defensive line coordinator from the Seahawks. Oh, that'd be interesting. Larry's saying that still not confirmed. Time is ticking. Exactly though, right? But yeah, if we got that defensive coordinator from the Seahawks and move him up, maybe that would be good. Maybe, but here's the thing though too: the Seahawks, they're having a great year, so we don't know how far things are going to go with them. So let's see. McDaniel had enough Hawk Tua in Miami that he would sign. So he was there. You go. Yeah. Anyhow, just kind of reading some of your guys' comments here. So all right. But here's where I'm going to start, going into some territories where people are not necessarily thinking. So this is an interesting one here. Chris Hewitt. I grabbed a Baltimore Ravens pitcher or whatever, but he's currently the Colts pass game coordinator and defensive back coach. He was an ex-Ravens assistant with a track record of developing secondaries. Left Baltimore in 2025 for Indianapolis, of course. But his aggressive style aligns great with Minter's. And he's interviewed for defensive jobs before. And he has kind of a big track record. He could go a long way. I do understand, though, too, he just signed with Indianapolis. So it's a bit of a long shot for him to show up to the Chargers all of a sudden, So I do like Chris Hewitt. I mean, I thought the Colts did amazing early in the season, but they kind of fell apart. They had some injury issues and things like that, So things just kind of did not really work out too well for him at the end of the season. I like this one a little bit just for some, in particular reasons. I kind of like the fact that he's kind of younger and things like that. And he's more innovative and stuff like that, So that could be a interesting choice. Will it happen? Maybe not. But would I like it to happen? Sure. Maybe, I wouldn't, be super mad at it. I'd be like, all right, well, but at the end of the day, yeah, currently El Chorchis is saying, yeah, we are definitely the Los Baltimore Chargers, or we are the Los Angeles Ravens, or are we the Baltimore Chargers? What is going on here, So yeah, well, we don't know, no, right? Yeah, so. Anyhow, but hey, anything can happen. I'm not fan of it. Apparently Tyler Wilcox is definitely saying no. So please share with the class what else might be there, so let us know, expand on your thoughts, sir, and I will share them with everyone. So that would be amazing. Let's see. Okay, so now let's move on to my next guy that I was thinking of here. People did bring it up. This is Wink Martindale. Another interesting choice here, So he's a former Michigan defensive coordinator, but Not only that though, too. So he has Michigan ties, just the same as Harbaugh. But he's also a veteran with NFL experience. He was an ex-Giants defensive coordinator, and like he worked with a couple other teams and stuff. I think he also the Lions. He was there for a couple years and stuff. But look, he knows Harbaugh already from Michigan, so like there is a bond, there is a friendship there. He runs a blitz-heavy scheme typically, and that could keep pressure on QBs, of course. So this could be a hire if we wanted to go with experience here, But what I don't like about this choice here, because it's clearly Wink Martindale might actually be kind of a similar Greg Roman situation. He's older. He has a very older system that worked, in times past or whatever like that, but it's so old that there's a lot of tape. There's a lot of footage about him, so he's not innovating. He doesn't really have new things. He doesn't have new ideas. And that actually could be a really difficult thing for him to actually do and to him to step into the role. So I don't know if I really like this idea. And I do, but why I think that this will not work out is because Jim Harbaugh is now realizing that he should not just hire his best friends, and that's actually something that I think that we learned from this recent, stint with Greg Roman and things like that, So anyways, so that's kind of my thoughts. So what are your guys' thoughts here? So I'm going to see. Let's see. I don't have a clue, honestly. I'm sad Mentor left. I didn't mean to discount your idea. I feel like we wait till for the Super Bowl for a defense. Hey, that's totally fair. That is totally fair, man. Like, and you're right, honestly, because my last choice here is based on that kind of idea too. It's like it's based on it's like, hey, hang on a sec, maybe we should not be so quick to hire somebody right now, and maybe we should wait a little bit, because there's some amazing teams out there that still have some coaches available that we just don't have, that we might not have access to. But yeah, you're right. Keefe, why not? Sean McDermott, get him out here, I can't remember. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. Was he a defensive coordinator before? That'd be insanely awesome. I would be down for that for sure, man. Just like that, just like if we end up getting Harbaugh, maybe we could get Tomlin. Maybe we can get McDermott for that. Dude, that'd be insane, bro. What kind of name is Wink? He sounds like a Disney Peter Pan fairy. He's probably an a-hole. It's very possible, he's probably heard it all before. You're right. Remember John Pagano, Brandon Staley, etc. Were they at now as head coach coming from DC? Yeah, exactly, right? Sharon Moore, unfortunately, an OC. Yep. Okay. All right. So, but here's my last one. This one just happened today, or at least it was announced today. But this is the biggest one right here, though. Right now, this guy I think right now is ascended to the top of the list. Aubrey Pleasant, the Chargers, he was a Rams assistant, head coach, defensive pass game coordinator. Currently, the Chargers have requested an interview with him. So he put himself on the top of the list in my head right now to become the next defensive coordinator. And that would be fan-freaking-tastic, So we got that interview in there. He's young. He's innovative. The Rams have been doing amazing in the defense all year and stuff like that, So if they don't go any further, he could be a really good pickup for the Chargers right now. Look, the secondary would thrive under this guy as well. We get to bring some fresh ideas. I kind of like this guy a lot. I think it would be interesting for us, but we'll see though. We'll definitely see. Like I want to see what you guys think about it and stuff, But that's just some of the top picks in my head right now. Obviously there's a lot of different options out there and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's call up a company that Tom Brady used to clone his dog and clone Jesse Minter. There you go. Wonder who Derwin and the rest of the defense want. Yeah, and that's a huge thought too, Skeptic. I think about that a lot. It's like obviously Harbaugh and Joe, Jim and Joe basically said no, like Herbert's not going to be involved in the conversation with offensive coordinator, so they're just going to pick whatever they want. And I guess it's because Herbert didn't want that conversation, but Darren James, I guess, don't either. Doesn't either. It's like that's their job, so let them do their job, I guess, right? But I've always felt like like maybe they should have like we talked about on Sunday, give them a suggestion box. That's just kind of where I'm like, why not? Why not give the players a suggestion box and maybe just say, hey, I like this guy, go pick him up, maybe something like that. Let's see, we got fooled last time and pulled someone from the Rams bucket. Whoa, oh, good point, Box of Bolts. Very good point. We did pull someone from just around the corner, and we kind of got hosed on it. That's a very good point. Yeah. So I don't really like that. Yeah. Do I have a gun? Yes, I have a gun. Yeah, of course I have a gun, man. Yeah. Yeah. Why would I not? It's my freaking right to have a gun. So I'm definitely gonna have a gun. With Minter gone and McDaniel not signed yet, I'm growing more and more nervous. Hey, again, Hugo, I'm right there with you, man. I really do. Like I said, I kind of like maybe not. Like I'm just like, hey, yeah, I feel like it. So since Denver will lose against the Patriots, I'm this weekend without Knicks. Let's hire their DC. Hey, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Yeah. Hell yes, America. That's right. All right. Well, let's see. Hang on a sec here. I don't know what my next slide is. I already did that. But that's all I really have though tonight. Though it's like those are some of my options right there. So for a possibility for defensive coordinator, I like Steve Clickscale. Probably more like the top choice right now off the top of my head, but I think we would be better off waiting. Mike Elston is also a good choice. Chris Hewitt, I like. Mark Wink Martindale, maybe. And Aubrey Pleasant could be currently in the top of my list right now. But that's all I really have right now. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, so what? Oh, you know what? Okay, that is a good. Those are also. I didn't really prepare anything about that though too. But McDermott would be fan-freaking-tastic. I just don't know if he would actually be interested in coming down as a defensive coordinator once again. I would. That would be an incredible hire, Shad. Right? That'd be insane. I would not be. Oh my gosh, that would be huge. McDermott over Raheem Morris by far. That's a dream hire right now. McDermott. Second choice, Tomlin. Third choice, I guess, Clickscale, whatever like that. If we got McDermott, oh my gosh, dude, I would literally lose my absolute woof. I don't even know, bro. That'd be insane. Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. That would just be awesome. We know what McDermott's about. That's amazing. Yeah. If Spanos gonna throw the bag at him, let's do it. Hell yeah. Anyways. Honestly, I think McDaniel hesitated only because he thought there would be a possibility he could be the Bills coach. Yeah, exactly. He will be with the Chargers though. And that's kind of where I'm at still too. It's like, a lot of people do say they don't like, said previously, McDaniel more than likely will not go to the Bills because they've had horrible draft picks over the last couple of years. They really have to start from ground one. It's going to be a slow build up. But like I said, the only real alluring thing with that would be the press that he gets from having a brand fresh new, what's it called, stadium. Without the all the years of tears and also the all the throw up of and of disappointment from all the beer that has been drank there. So, but yeah, so. All right, well, I'm gonna get to my last little bit here, So as always, though, you guys watching this here is like, I like to do like little what I call the charged up bolt boosters, and really kind of give us a moment to think here. So I kind of had a message prepared that I wanted to share with all you guys about some things and stuff, So obviously the Chargers, as Chargers fans, we've always felt the sting again. We've felt the sting again from a third straight one and done in the playoffs. And that cuts deep. You're right. The shutout loss, the frustration, the what ifs. Is it real? But here's the truth. This pain is not the end, guys. It's fuel for change and growth. All right. We're not the same old Bolts anymore. We obviously know that because of Harbaugh's built a tough culture. Our defense is elite. Hopefully it stays elite now that Minter's gone. But now with McDaniel scheming for Herbert, our offense is going to take a jump, I believe, because, hey, we're at the bottom of the line right now. But there's only one way we can go, and that's up. And at the end of the day, we got a new defensive coordinator on the horizon, absolutely for sure. So we're going to evolve into something stronger. I 100% believe that that's true. Change isn't easy, I understand, but it's how breakthroughs happen. Teams like the Chiefs, their earlier days, man, they were non-existent for a long times. Before they started dominating, even the Patriots, before they were dominating, they were basically a footnote in the NFL. But hey, we've seen a lot of this stuff. So we've tasted playoffs back to back for the first time in many years. So I know it's a bitter pill and it's a bitter cup, whatever that. The next step is we got to get deeper. But I will say that our season potentially was a failure, absolute failure, because we did not win a playoff game this time around. But I 100% believe that we will next year. So what I want to kind of close with on this one too, but before I do see some things in the chat though I want to get to as well. But to bring it all home though, we got to remember Romans chapter 5 verses 3-5, which reads, and I'm a verbatim I think here. So we also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. So remember, guys, Bolt Bros and Bolt Fam, this third one and done, it's building our perseverance and our hope. The playoffs are coming. I 100% believe that we will make a third time into the playoffs this upcoming year. So stay locked in. We got this, and bolt up always. So, but I just found out, guys, I'm going to refresh my screen here. We just hit 9,000 subscribers, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's get it, boys. We had 9,000, guys. That's amazing. That's super amazing, guys. I am excited. Super happy that we actually got there. Just so you guys know, it finally hit.
It's over 9,000.
Oh my gosh, we just hit Vegeta, baby. Let's go. It's over 9,000. Let's get it. All right. Oh, this is amazing. So, that is amazing, guys. But this has been amazing. Like, honestly, like I said, we're 4 years now into this as Bolt Bros, doing the show and having some good times with you guys, just chatting about the Chargers, the team that we love as third generation Chargers fans. We love just talking about it. And I'm just excited to be here with you guys. Look, I know, like I said, the season did not end anywhere near the way that we wanted it to end, but things are going to improve. Things are going to get better, and you have to hope that, and you have to expect that, and you have to believe in that, and I understand it's fully acceptable as Chargers fans to be down on the team and just to be like, you know what, let me just take a break for a little bit, So I just got to say is look, just, do what you can in the off season. You got to relax. Don't be super glued into everything or whatever. Don't be super chimed in sometimes, it's okay to take a break every once in a while, so, but we'll be back. We'll be still doing tons of shows throughout the off season. I'll probably do one every other week for the Thunder Hub in this off season. I'll slow down a little bit, so I'll probably do one next week, but I'll probably skip the week after that, so, but you'll see me at least once every other week doing these ones. I don't necessarily want to do it every single week, but we'll see. If there's big news in the week, I may just do it anyways, so, but stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. And by the way, guys, I did set up another membership level where you guys can use, get our custom emojis and things like that, and have priority like comments and things like that, so but it's only $1, $1 to be a member. But basically to join the Bolt Bros Club, but if you pay for a little bit more, you can be a Bolt Bros cousin. You'll be official part of the family. You know what I'm saying? So, but as always, guys, you guys want to be part of the BBC. You know what I'm saying? You guys, all y'all know you want some of the BBC. Hey, y'all know that. Anyhow, guys, well, but I appreciate you guys. I had a good time tonight. Yeah. But yes, Bolt Bros, James, my brother. California burritos are amazing. Let's see. So, but let me just kind of wrap up with some of you guys' comments out here. Who do you think replaces Minter, or did I miss that? Yeah, we talked about that a little. Valdo Gold. So we have some good options out there. Hey, man, our top choice right now is McDermott. Second choice would be Tomlin. Third choice right now is Clink Scale to kind of give us some more, who's basically part of the team already. Mike Elston is also a good choice or whatever like that. But there's some other big names out there. There's a lot of other ones out there and stuff like that, so see, Pappy's ready for the draft, camp, and free agency. Yeah, 100%. Me too. I'm just excited right now. We're still in the coaches carousel right now, the coaches cycle. So I'm excited to see what we happen there. We'll get into some more stuff about the the draft as things go on. Right now, top choice is homeboy out of Penn State. I think it is like something Vega Ione or whatever like that. He's the a guard out of Penn State or something like that. That's the one draft pick that I've kind of thought right now. So Crispy, we vanquished the Chiefs, but we let the new enemy rise. We could come back stronger next season, no longer as the Chiefs slayers, but as the conquerors of the West. Let's go. I love that, Chris. Hell yeah. I thought I was already part of the Blue Chew fam. Yeah. Yeah, of course you were. Larry. Hell yeah, you are. As always. Oh, Roland, my man, thank you so much. No, you the bro, man. You the bro. Yeah. Okay, so I'm on board with McDermott or Clickscale. Yeah, 100%. Dude, McDermott would be fire. That'd be awesome. He might take a little bit of a break though. You never know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's done. That's very possible. Yeah, he's probably just checked out. But look, like I said though, too, I think the big thing with the head coach to a coordinator thing is like, as a head coach, I mean, you're in the limelight so much. You have to literally make excuses all the time. It's annoying. And so I get it. I get where he's coming from, So yeah. Anyway, so that's it. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go with that. I love you. Appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. We will be doing a live show, I believe, this upcoming Sunday at like 8 a.m. Pacific time or something like that. Like I think because we have a whole bunch of different events going on whatever this weekend. So we've figured out a time that works out best for us as bros, which is like Sunday morning. So we'll do it then. And you'll probably see me in a suit because I'm like, it's going to be right before church. So anyways, but love you guys. We'll see you guys next time. I'll keep this thing up as much as possible. Yeah, we'll have a good one. As always, Bo Bros, let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast.